Hello everybody and welcome to my birthday reaction video. But what I've decided, there were so many great suggestions I couldn't just choose one, so I'm actually going to do two videos. The first one is going to be a band called Ultra Vomit, a band I've never heard of before, but from what I understand this could be quite entertaining. I did a little bit of research on the band, as is my usual, and I found out that Ultra Vomit is a French heavy metal band from Nantes, Loire and Atlantique, and formed in 1999. To begin with, the band was heavily inspired by grindcore style of music, and their lyrics usually contain humorous content with deliberately absurd influence. This is what made me want to listen to this, because it sounds like it could be really, really funny. Now, the track I'm going to listen to is a track called Kammthaar, which, as I understand it, is a parody of Rammstein. So you got French people singing, as I understand, because I do have the lyrics up here, mostly in German. There are some French lines thrown in here as well. So I'm very curious to see what this is going to be like, and I'm really looking forward to it. So I think we'll just get straight into it. I'll put a link to the original video in the description below, as I usually do. And gonna have a quick sip of wine. It's my birthday, I'm allowed to. Anyway, we're gonna get straight into it and see what this is like. So here we go. Kammthaar by Ultra Vomit. Rammstein font and everything.
Kammthaar. Kammthaar. Kammthaar.
Absolutely love it. It's brilliant. It's so stupid, but it's so brilliant at the same time. And clearly, as I said before, it's a very clear parody of Rammstein. I mean, even the font at the beginning that said Kammthaar, it was like, clearly, it was the Rammstein font. And the lyrics are just, they're stupid. And like I said, some of them are sung in, most of them are sung in German, some of them are sung in French. And there's obviously no deep meaning behind it. But let's just have a quick look. It goes Kammthaar. He says that like 4 or 5 times at the beginning. Then it goes Kammthaar, I drive you, wake up today. You know, it's a bad translation probably. Then it goes Kammthaar is my truck. So the song is about his truck. And then he goes, this is my truck. And then he goes, this is my truck, Kammthaar, I drive you, Kammthaar, I love you, Kammthaar. At night you seem for breakfast until the war. That is probably a very bad translation, but it's the only translation I could find. It says Kammthaar on the highway, Kammthaar never kaputt. And I love the fact that the German word for broken is kaputt. I love it. And then it goes, Kammthaar, when you roar, you make this sound. Vroom, vroom. You know, it's so stupid, but it's brilliant. Absolutely love it. It's really, really quite funny. It's a good suggestion. I'm glad I picked up on this one. It's, let's carry on and see where else it goes. Of course. It's a healthy guy over here with a banana. Oh, he's tasting nuts. Oh. What an absolutely terrific video. That was fantastic. Absolutely loved every minute of that. It was so stupid. I mean, Rammstein are well known for their really silly videos, but that is just a whole new level. I mean, just like the picture of him in the cab and everything, you know, the background's always changing, like driving past the Statue of Liberty and taking a selfie, and then driving through the desert, and then driving past volcanoes with a welding mask on. It was absolutely fantastic. That was funny as I absolutely loved it. It was brilliant. I actually really want to hear more of their stuff. I know that was just a parody of Rammstein. It's not all going to sound like that, but I need to hear some more of the stuff because that was ridiculously stupid and it was just brilliant. There was a bit in the song where he sort of went all slightly emotional. It was kind of like the slow bit from Ich tu dir weh by Rammstein, where he sort of sings a little bit soft and it sounds like he's being all sweet and romantic and stuff like that. And what he actually says is, he has a revolving axle, he has happy fenders, I spent the first, I'm not sure what that means, I will drive like crazy. He's just saying, you know, I love this truck so much, I'm going to drive like mad. It's just such a stupid but brilliant song. It was an excellent parody as well, because it did have a very Rammstein sound to it as well. Absolutely loved it. That's a great way to start off my the 2 tracks for my birthday, because I have got another one coming up, and the one that's coming up was suggested as a track for my birthday, but I also picked it because it was a highly recommended track from several other videos. So, but we'll get to that when we get to it. But I'm going to leave this track as it is. I'm going to have to look into more of their stuff. I mean, the name Ultra Vomit, it's a name that's going to kind of stick with you. It's a little bit of an odd name, but not a very pleasant name either. But I'm going to have to look more into their stuff, because I really thoroughly enjoyed that. Thank you for suggesting that. But I'm going to leave that as it is. Obviously, from tomorrow, going to be getting back to my regular list, so if anybody wants to make any suggestions for tracks for me to react to, then please do so by all means. Drop a comment in the comment section below, or you can message me on my Facebook or my Instagram. Those links are in the description below as well. If you do suggest a track, do know that it might take a while to get around to it, because I do get dozens and dozens of suggestions every single day, so it might take a while for me to get to it, but I will get to it eventually. Also, Metalhead React is a very proud supporter of the Sophie Lancaster Foundation. They are a British-based charity who are focused on putting an end to hate crimes, specifically those aimed towards people of the alternative subculture, or like who wear alternative clothing or listen to alternative music. I mean, they don't purely focus on that, but that is their main focus, because that's the reason why the foundation was founded. Because nobody should be attacked, persecuted, insulted, or abused in any fashion just because their way of life doesn't line up with somebody else's. As long as the way you live in your life, the way you're living your life, is within inside the law, no one's got any right to judge you for it. I can walk down the street as I am, dressed the way I am right now, and I'll get insults shouted at me. I will get verbal abuse from people. I've been shoulder rammed into shop windows. I've been bundled into doorways. I've been pushed into trees. I've been attacked just for minding my own business, just for walking down the street, just because of the way I dress. And many of my friends have done it, have had it happen to them. I know many people that have been the victim of this sort of attack, and there's no reason for it. It is purely just because these people don't like the kind of music that we listen to, and it's pathetic, really. And people shouldn't have to suffer just because they've got a different opinion to other people. And the Sophie Lancaster are trying to put an end to it. They're trying to make people think twice before they do something like that. Rather than just going out and going, you don't like the same music as I do, I'm going to beat you up. They're going to be sitting there going, they don't like the same music as me, so I don't like them. But if I do attack them, I could get into quite some serious trouble. That it shouldn't have taken the death of a young woman to actually make this a thing. This should have already been a thing. It's common sense. Just because you don't like what somebody is, or who somebody is, doesn't give you the right to attack them. I mean, that's what politicians do every day, but that's beside the point. There's enough division in the world. We don't need more of it. I've got plenty of friends who listen to chart music, and they're perfectly accepting of the fact that I listen to alternative music. Hell, I listen to all sorts of music. I do listen to some chart music. But because I listen mostly to heavy music and dress in alternative fashion, everybody assumes that I am purely a metalhead. And I'm just rambling now. But, this sort of thing, it needs to be stopped, because there's no reason for it, there's no purpose for it, it doesn't make them big or clever. So I think it's a very worthwhile cause. If you'd like to find out more about the Sophie Lancaster Foundation, there is a link to their website in the description below. You can pop over there, find out what they're currently working on, find out what they're all about, because they can probably explain it a lot better than me and not go off on random tangents. If you can help them in any way, to help support them, even if it's something as simple as buying one of the £1 Sophie bracelets, the smallest amount helps. They've got other merchandise as well, such as that one. Any little bit helps, and if you can help them in any way, that is fantastic. But I will leave that as it is for the time being. Thank you all very, very much for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Bye bye.